What's going on, Ghosts and Ghouls? It's Montavious back with the Intercrit, and today we are joined by a legend in his own right, Mr. Peter Anthony. Man, how the hell are you?
Thanks, man. Thanks for the great intro. Good, dude. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited.
Yes, sir. No, glad that you could definitely make time out of your busy schedule, man. So, for the people who may not know who you are or what you do, can you give us a little description of yourself and what you do?
So, well, as of late, all I do is try to make movies. So, director, writer, actor, producer. We have a group of us that just kind of like go around and just try to make a better film each and every time. So, started off with fan films, and now we finally broke off into our own independent films.
Nice, man. And congratulations on that too. I know making films is definitely not an easy task and not for the weak at
No.
all. Sleepless nights. So kind of let's just take it back a little bit, man. Like what made you want to get into film? Was there a particular film that you saw as a kid that kind of just pulled you to it or what happened?
Yeah, I know I don't have the lighting set up perfect in here, but this is like every Friday 13th mask and all the memorabilia from all the movies and stuff. So ever since I was a kid, man, I was like 6 years old. I remember like wanting to be Jason and sneak downstairs and watch movies and stuff. So it was always horror, and my favorite was always Jason. And then years later, I went to cons and started meeting them, and then I got asked to do to support a fan film about Friday 13th, which was called Voorhees, and I was a big supporter of that in the beginning. And then
Hmm.
from there, Jason Brooks saw me at Vengeance, said, "Can you promo for us?" I promoed there. They gave me one role, dude, just things started happening. It was crazy. Next thing you know, I'm doing more roles. Next thing you know, I'm writing. Next thing you know, I made Roseblood, all within like 2, 3 years.
So what do you think about the Friday the 13th franchise that kind of captivated you as a kid and that made you pull into this?
Such a great question. I always say because I used to be a badass and I used to be a bodybuilder and shit. And I just loved how he was like one of the first bad guys you wanted him to win. Even more than Michael. You never really want Michael to win, but there's a lot of movies you want Jason to win. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So I think of that coolness like that, where he's just badass and he was jacked and just the bad boy on the block. Like to me,
Yeah.
that's the ultimate cool shit.
Yes, that actually makes sense because it's like you got to think about it. All the tragic stuff that happened to him wasn't his fault. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so
Right.
you kind of do root for him a little bit. So
Yeah. Plus, nobody
uh,
wants to be Freddy. Nobody wants to be little like that.
that's true.
That's at least I was like that. I was like, I don't want to be that little dude. Yeah.
Yeah, when you think about the slashers of the late '80s and '90s, I mean, you talk about viciousness. I think
Oh,
Jason is definitely top tier. I mean,
oh, yeah.
kills with belief. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's why you saw Roseblood, right? That's
Yes.
that's why we tried to do as much as we could with the budget we had to try to do like the crazy kills that Seven never had, including the Weed Eater
Mhm.
and stuff. So I'm 100% on board with that. That was like my chance as a fan to try to fix it for us other fans, put a little bit like we always wanted to see the Weed Eater, shit like that I wanted to put back in there.
Oh, for sure, man. So speaking about Rose Blood and then Fall of Captain Blood, man. So I know like um both movies that you did, you guys got over millions of views on that combined. So how was that? How was the fan response? I know people still talk about that film today. So
Roseblood, you're saying?
yes, Roseblood.
Yeah, well, there's so many because we had Vengeance 1, and that one was over 3.5 million. And then
Mm.
Vengeance 2, then Roseblood, then Fall of Camp Blood. So yeah, it's just awesome. Not only that, just the comments. I love I love when people like talk shit about us too. It's kind of makes me, you know what I'm saying? Like some of the hater people, they just say the stupidest shit and it kind of makes me laugh. You know what
For
I'm
sure.
saying? Yeah, because it's just pure hate. It's like, you understand that this never happened, right? I'm like, I fucking know, bro. It's a fan film. Like, it's just what I thought in my head. It's not fucking canon. Fuck you doing? I'm like, it's free, bro. I lost money on it. Like, I don't know why you're pissed. you know, that's the way it is, though, dude.
It's always people who can't make a film or have the
Yeah,
art expression to make a film that always have the most to say. Now, you as being a fan of the franchise, you actually did something about it and
right.
put lost money, essentially trying to bring something to other
Yeah.
horror fans to enjoy. So, I mean, kudos to you, man, for doing that. And I know it has exploded across the internet. I mean, people, like I said, are still talking about it. People are still making fan films and comparing yours to theirs. Like, so you're like that new standard when it comes to fan film. So how
Oh
does
man,
that?
that sounds awesome. It's funny you say that because there's two films coming up that are from my universe. And
Mhm.
both directors hit me up and said, can we make a world in the Rosebud universe? And I said, yeah, bro, of course. Mine's just a fan film. I'm stealing from somebody else anyways, you know? So they were like, oh, that's mad cool. So there's two that are supposed to be coming out that are in the Rosebud universe. That's like the coolest shit ever. That's even cooler than the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does that feel though to have people like look at you and look at what you did and was like, you know what? I want to be a part of that. Let me take a stab at it. Like, how does that feel to you as a director?
It feels good because they'll hit me up and be like, hey, what'd you do? And I'm like, I didn't do anything special. Just,
Mm.
busted my ass, marketed, did this, boom, 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 boom. And they're like, "Oh, can you ask me how you did it?" Sometimes they'll send me scripts. Sometimes they'll ask me other questions or "What'd you do?" or reference me somebody or so on and so forth. But it's cool because you can see the excitement in them. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
so the fact that like any of us did as an artist even sparked one person like that, it's just cool.
Oh,
Because that's what we were inspired at one point.
nice. And speaking of, inspiration, so who in the film industry that you look up to the most, or that you try to, that you definitely want to make proud when you do make these movies and write?
I don't know, man. I guess Quentin Tarantino, because to me, he's just the ultimate of the coolest and badasses. Fucking his movies are just so different than everybody else's movies, you know? And he
Mm.
just seems to have never really like name one bad movie of his. None of them are bad.
That's true.
None of
That's
them.
true. Yeah, no, that's true.
Even though I wouldn't watch a million of them over and over, they're still real good. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Even Hateful Eight, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, which a lot of people try to shit on, but
Yeah,
again, I was a fan. Like I said, it's not nothing I would just put on replay every day, but
right.
to look at it for what it is, I mean, it's definitely a great film. So
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino is one of your inspirations. Now, who else do you look up to in the movie realm that really inspires you,
Oh man. I don't know about people per se. I'm so weird with never knowing what.
or projects that you admire from people?
Yeah. Well, I'm a fan of Terrifier, so I'm looking forward to Terrifier 3 coming out for sure. I know those guys, stuff like that, 100%. Um, as far as I don't know, man. I don't. All I know is like when I see movies, I really don't follow like David Fincher or any of these
Mm.
people like I probably should and study them more. Or the guy that's making the new Omen right now. What's his name?
Uh,
Is that Vade, whatever? Is it Omen that he's making, or he's making Fede Alvarez?
no idea, buddy.
Oh, okay, my bad, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. So,
Like
so
that.
just moving along, man. So I know you currently right now have another film in the works, titled Laugh. That's actually back here behind me, and this is you right here. So, can you walk us through like how did all this come about? Like, what was the inspiration behind the film and the title?
So uh, so it's like half real life experiences and half movie.
Mm,
So a lot of that, like I had a stepson, then my ex was into drugs and he got taken from me, and in this movie I lose my son, and he's a war hero. I was a sports guy. He got hurt in sports. He got hurt in the war. So everything's my bad left knee. Like almost everything that's happened in my life, my ex became a drug addict. All these demon things are kind of like parallel to the
mm,
story. So it basically follows that character. That's not him. That's just him on Halloween at a club. So he's actually a regular character, but then he wears that in a club, and all these instances and things happen. It basically kind of turned him into what we call the Reaper from then on. But
mm,
it's just basically good versus evil. You follow this one character and all of the decisions that he has to make. Sometimes he has to make evil decisions to win or help his family, or good, just like everybody in real life, with just major real demons in that world. And his father's a drug addict, and all these like problems all around him, making like the perfect storm for him. It's like that.
wow. So this is really like a personal, like this is very like personal to you. So
Yeah.
not only do people get to go on the journey with you, kind of see what you went through in a sense, but we also get to take part and go on the journey with you, man. So how is it that you can put yourself out there to be a little vulnerable, um, as well with that, man? Because I know that that's not an easy task at all.
No, that's another good question. That was the toughest. So I had a crying scene with Terry Kaiser, and
Mm,
it has to be that my son died, which is, like I said, I don't see my stepson anymore. So similar in that way. Um, so I said, I'm gonna do like 4 takes. I said, I'm gonna pretend cry on 3 of these. It's not gonna look great, probably. And then I'm gonna go in the bathroom and I looked at videos of my to Bryson over and over and him like saying he missed me. Yeah, got like emotional. Dude, 20 people in the room. I'm not a crier, bro. I'm an old football player. And then come in the room and bang, I let it go and just, the floodgates open, bro. I was just for real crying for like 3 minutes.
Oh,
It's
man.
crazy. Yeah, it's great.
So
Yeah.
you being a filmmaker, actor, producer, and all this stuff, man, how do you put yourselves in these emotional situations, for the grade of the film? How do you snap back from that, man, after living through, something traumatic as, essentially losing your son, even though you can't see him, like, so how do you snap back from that, from real emotion?
I thought it would be therapeutic before when I did it, and it
Mm,
kind of was. If you ever lose anybody, it never goes away. But there's that one step where like it's just every day is not a nightmare anymore, and that
mm.
was like that step. So I don't know exactly how, but that's what it was.
Oh, that's deep, man. I didn't think, again, that's why I'm glad, we had the chance to chat, because, looking it over, because I know you're crowdfunding on Indiegogo, which is still now on their funding, you know, you don't really get the backstory of like your personal life until, you're actually communicating that with people. So
Yeah,
wow, dude, that is so that's powerful, man. I'm sorry.
thanks.
Like I
That's
said,
good, man. Thanks.
that's very powerful, man.
Yeah.
So what does indie filmmaking mean to you?
So many words. Limitless.
Mm,
Like in the fact of creativity and like rules. So many people, you got to, well, your budget's got to be this, your film's got to have that. You've got to have this, you got to have this person, that kind of person, you got to have this in the script. Like shit like that will ruin everything. You know what I'm saying? So the fact
yeah.
that we have much less of that, if not any, than like Hollywood, that's all they have. That's like a blessing because you can really be an artist, you know?
Oh yeah,
You see
for
these things
sure.
like how the films were made, like all the fighting and shit going on, how they were barely made, this miracle. It's crazy.
Wow, man. So like, a lot of people don't realize, what how difficult it is to make a film. So what is it like, some of the stuff that you had to go through in order to make some of your films? Like, let's talk about some of the times where it was very difficult that you like wanted to give up, essentially.
Well, yeah, it's a bunch of those. We ordered the Jason's costume for Rosebud from Marcel Charlie in Brazil. Dude, we ordered it, like paid for it 6 months before. And dude, it was like the week of, and I'm like, dude, where is it? He's like, oh, don't worry, I send it. I send it. I'm like, you're in fucking Brazil. We're in Seattle, you know? Dude, he ended up sending it 2-day air. I don't even know what the fuck that would cost from Brazil, 2-day air for like a big box. To Seattle. I don't even know what that was. But anyways, we get it. Somebody punched a hole in the fucking side and took the hood off. So there's no underhood. The whole fucking end of Rosebud was supposed to be him coming out of the water with no mask and fighting
Mm.
all of those guys face to face. And then instead of grabbing the machete, he grabbed his mask and turned. I couldn't fucking do it because somebody fucking stole it. So we had to wear the goddamn Vengeance hood and cover him. If you notice when he kicks down the door, he's got ears. So that's the
Mm.
Vengeance one. And then we couldn't shoot it the way I wanted to shoot it. So dude, that was pretty tough not to fucking kill somebody.
Dang, man, it's definitely gritty work when it comes to the filmmaking, man. So what drives you to keep going?
Just my team, the fans like this, interviews, stuff like that. But our
Mm.
Jason Brooks and Sean and Cody and all them, like we got this like plan. We're doing the death of Snow White and this film and then 259. And we've got like a whole slew of real ones coming out hitting now all together. So we got this great like momentum and family feeling going on. So that's what
Right.
drives me.
So if I could just rewind, what you said, that you said Death of Snow White.
You haven't seen that one?
No,
Yeah,
never.
dude. Go to the deathofsnowwhite.com or the Death of
Mhm.
Snow White trailer.
So it's a real, like, it's an official, like, real thing. Like, have you guys already shot it already?
We shot no, just a little teaser trailer for people. Bro, if you could pull it up on the show, pull it up right here, dude. Pull
Bro,
that shit up.
Hold on, man. That is Snow White. So is this like kind of like a play on, like I would assume a play on Snow White? Like,
It's really just like Snow White, it just going back to the roots, but real dark. Kind of like the Grimm brothers, if you ever read the originals.
oh, okay, I gotta check this out.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty sick.
So how do you feel about all the remakes that are getting done? And when I say remakes, I mean like the spin on Disney being turned over into horror, like Steamboat Willie, and now you got the Jagged Edge Productions over in the UK that is doing like Bambi and Winnie the Pooh. Like, how do you feel about that as a creator yourself?
Um, I feel about it. Like it's weird because some of them are just marketing. So like nothing against the Winnie the Pooh guys.
Yeah,
That's not a Winnie the Pooh movie. That's just the guys that made a slasher, and they put a Winnie the Pooh mask on. Right? There's no like Winnie the Pooh tie-ins anywhere. Do you know what I'm saying? So that
yeah.
was to me a money. I don't care. Make your money, do your thing, make your money grab. But as far as other ones, I guess some are hit and some are miss. You know what I'm saying? As far
Mm.
as movies, man, they've been. I heard the new Ghostbusters sucks. Did you
The
see it
first,
yet?
I have not, and I got to be
Uh,
honest, I'm not a Ghostbusters fan. I just, I don't know, I just never really took to it. So I've seen them, but I haven't seen the new one. To answer your question, I'm just, I don't know, Death of Snow White. I'm trying, I gotta
bro,
find.
part one, Ghostbusters, man, that changed the fucking world, bro. We were running around with goddamn backpacks on us for a fucking year.
That's
No shit.
hilarious.
We were making them out of Legos and shit. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Was this dropped like 2 months ago?
Yeah.
It's Death of Snow White official teaser trailer, Real Fiction Studios.
Yeah. That's Jason Brooks.
Oh. All
Hold
right,
that.
so for all the people who's going to be watching this right now, I'm watching the Death of Snow White teaser trailer.
Can you share it here?
I can definitely. So when I go back to edit it, I will put it in right here.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Or actually, I probably could. Let me see. Let me see. Let me try to work some magic here.
Yeah. I was gonna say you can share a screen, I think, while you're still recording, because it'd be like a meeting.
Let's see. Can you see my screen?
I see you're sharing screen.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Now it's your phone or some shit.
All right. Cool, cool, cool. Let's
You
see.
just do like a 360 in my fucking corner. But yeah, there it is. There it is, bro.
Cool, cool, cool. Let's get this up. Are you able to see it too?
Yeah.
And 1.4 million views, dude. That is ridiculous. Were those real leashes?
No, Jason Mann.
Oh, shit. That's a badass trailer. That's a badass trailer. And this is your team, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that is sick. So were you there when they were filming the trailer? Like did you have input?
No. When we talk about the movie all the time, we have a team and a group, we have production meetings and all that shit. But I wasn't there. It was in the
Mm.
middle. My knee was messed up. and it was in the middle of the winter. And the crazy thing is that scene you see him fighting, bro. They had
Yeah.
horses with chainmail and fucking flags on the horses and shit. They rented them, Sean, and they couldn't use them. So if it's under 25 degrees or something, an animal
Mhm.
can't work. There's like a law. So
Really?
yeah, which is kind of cool, I guess. Protects the animals, right?
Yeah.
So you couldn't use a horse. So that all that shit, that cool fighting still look cool. That's supposed to be on fucking horses and shit. That's supposed to be even like more epic, you know?
Damn,
Yeah.
dude.
There's a story for you. Like how is it making indie film? There's one, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. No, so just getting back, to you and your experiences with indie. So where does it go here from here for you? Like I know you got Laugh coming up. Anything else you got down in the pipeline that fans can get excited about?
Laugh, and then I'm gonna be in CCC's Voorhees verse or horror verse. Damn, Aaron and whatchamacallit in Seattle. I gotta or Tacoma. I gotta go fly back out there and finish my run. I played a guy named Tank in one of their episodes. I'll send you
Okay.
the link. Yeah, I played this Cuban guy, all tatted up and everything. It was pretty cool.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
And
Yeah.
you'll like the series because every series is a different horror like star, and like the different hunters are hunting them, and so it's pretty cool.
Dude, that's dope, man. So, where can people go to keep up with what Peter Anthony have going on? Like, where can we stay in touch?
Thanks, man. So we Peter Anthony Productions on YouTube. That's where a lot of my stuff is. It's the Peter Anthony on Instagram, and it's Peter Anthony on Facebook, and the Peter Anthony on TikTok. It's pretty much Peter Anthony or the Peter Anthony everywhere. So, and especially Peter Anthony Productions on YouTube, where a lot of the films are like Fall of Camp Blood, so on and so forth.
Oh yeah, man. And so just two more questions in closing for you. Why should fans support your next film, Laugh?
Great question. So on the passion end, me being like a passionate horror fan, I think it really appeals to that fan. And we haven't seen a lot of that passion. We've seen a lot of gore and slaughter and stuff with passion. I think has been like missing in the horror. So that's like what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. And when are you guys plan on filming? I know you already did like the trailer and everything, but when are you guys gonna finish like the whole wrap?
September 9th to 20th is the last shots to get it all done.
Okay, and people can still be involved. Like I know, like
Oh
I
yeah.
checked out your go. People can still be involved on set and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. Where are you out of?
So right now I'm based in Denver. But I originally from Georgia, born and raised
Oh,
in
okay.
Georgia. So yeah, relocated to Denver. But yeah, man. So anything you want to say out there to your fans or just horror fans in general?
No, just support the Indiegogo if you can. Check it out, laugh. I think the trailer is really cool. I think you liked it too. It
Mhm.
gives a real good visual effect. Shows like the level that we kind of trying to go to the next level visually with the movies. Check it out. It's got a great story. It's like psychological horror, Terry Kaiser, everything like that. Otherwise, just stay cool and let's get another fucking Friday 13th film out, shall we?
Hell yeah, man. Well,
Yeah.
it's been a pleasure chatting with you, man. Again, I love everything you got going on and can't wait to just support you. And
Thank you.
sky's the limit, my man. I appreciate you.
Thanks, man, so much. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
See you.